Hello everybody, Average Gamer here. Welcome back to another episode of Supreme Ruler Ultimate as Canada. Bringing, yeah, I'll agree to that, maple syrup to the masses. So as you guys know, we are in the process of starting up our build-up to invade China. We are working on building up our supplies of military goods. My plan is to build 2 military factories here in Toronto. And 1 industrial factory. So, we're currently sitting in Pickering. Construction, and go in there, please. Now, for those of you who don't know, when you use your engineers like this, it uses up all the same amount of stuff. It just uses it up way faster. Which isn't that bad in my opinion. Just means I'm paying for it more. I think the spike also happens earlier. One thing with construction every time is just as it nears completion, the actual amount goes up. Perfect. Guns. I want to see if I can buy some tech again. The Mark 8. So the Americans are finally getting into tank tech. Let's go with marine propulsion. This is going to cost us possibly around $2.2 billion. Still no more new units. Radar facility and improved aircraft designs, please. Only 400 grand. Done. So we now have the ability to build radar dishes and radar sites. Short term, not a big thing that we're going to really need to worry about. I'll just show you guys a military radar station. Right now, it's not a big deal. We don't have any real need for it until we get ready to go to war with the U.S. That's one of the reasons why we're trying to just fly through tech as fast as we can. So our artillery does 17, 8, and 10. Their best artillery does 12, 5, and 6. So we are way better than there. Currently, we're building 2. And we have 31 in production, or we have 2 in production. We have 31 in inventory. Now the other ones here, which is equal to, I think, this one, 12, 5, and 6. Yeah, it's a little bit better than our current mainstream artillery, but not so much. I think basically that's this one, 944. Yeah, basically. 1913, 1910. This is 1917, and this 1930. It's 2 years in advance. This artillery piece here. You're offering me money for military goods? No, thank you. No, thank you. Yes. And no. I just sold a lump sum of my nice big chunk of that, didn't I? I did. Did you finish building? You did. Perfect. Okay. Make sure our production for everything is good. Boom. We're now going to start producing uranium at 2,000 tons a day. Once people start using uranium, then we're just going to start selling it like hotcakes. This big invasion force getting ready to cause some damage here. No. So yeah, one of the big problems, like I said, when we went to war with Peru was was supply. So supply is going to be a big deal. One of the other things I want to do too. So I've realized that my invasion location with China needs to be set up in such a way that we can't be attacked from an opposite direction, and we can't be encircled or anything like that. So what we're probably going to do is land our troops up here in British Hawaii and work our way to here. With a lot of infantry, a lot of artillery, a lot of supply trucks, things like that. Mark 3 armor is good to go. The French are offering us... I think this is an aircraft, and I don't really need that artillery. So I'm good, thank you. The French were offering us a lot of units. Do we have anything in Europe? No. Okay. But yeah, so the plan will be to invade through that location there. How many units are currently sitting here? So we have 7,000 of our fort. So we have half our army is currently sitting just in Vancouver here. Our navy is producing quite well. Getting its ships out and everything like that. Any ship that we have actually in reserve right now. Yeah, so pretty much all our warships are up here. So far so good. I want to see it even when they're here, if they're still in zero supply. Yeah, they're in 100% supply as long as they're in our territory. I'm going to support Russia in doing that. Wow, France is really trying to sell off their military equipment. Mostly artillery and infantry for reserve. Let's see, what offers here are we getting? Nope. I'm good, thank you. So, there we go. So we do have a 828,000 tons of industrial goods. We currently have 16,000 tons of military goods, which is, well, good. No. You're offering me Zeppelins and stuff. I don't want Zeppelins. Who's a big exporter of military goods? The U.S. Let's get this stockpile built up even higher. Britain's trying to get it from us. Right, so what I'm going to try to do here is do a little trick on the Soviets here. I'm trying to buy up the majority of their stockpile of industrial goods. So now what I'm going to ask them to do is every single day send me 21,000. Oh, Jesus. Look at the price of this. Okay, that actually went up a little higher than I thought it would. Yeah, because their production is still really close. They're actually charging me way more than it's worth. They're trying to get around 3. Yeah, they're trying to get an extra. They're basically trying to do, what was that, 600% markup on that almost. Okay, hold on. Let's try this. I want 90 days. No? Oh, just 7 days. There we go. Of that much. Okay, we're getting close. We almost have the amount of money that we're going to need to try to do this to the Russians. Actually, I could probably ask for half their stocks every day. Okay, it's only 500. If I ask for a majority of their stocks every day for 7 days, 1.5. Now let's try this. Hopefully, fingers crossed, what's going to happen is this will cause the Russians to kind of go backwards. Yep, right away. So the Russians are immediately now they're going to have construction issues. What they basically did was they basically sold us what they were going to do, and it looks like they probably got some more offers and sold a lot of it. So now what's going to happen? Yeah, so here we go. The Russians now want to buy industrial goods from us to pay us in industrial goods. Basically, they're going to pay us double. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to counter this. And I want from them they're not willing to ask me for money, so they're going to get just a clear out rejection. Now what's going to happen is we give it another day or so. Pause. We're going to go to Russia again. We're going to diplomatic options. Click here. So right now they're in arrears for 240,000 tons of industrial goods every day. They're running. Yeah, now they're just in the hole for 108 for 810. So if I'm not mistaken, at this current point, they are now just constantly going to be giving us industrial goods until they basically have the ability to sell it. So you can see here, they're producing. They're just not able to produce enough. Now, here's the other part too. They have the tonnage. They're just not gonna. They're basically, they just owe us. So they're giving us 180 tons a day for at least the next little bit. Now, mind you, this also costs them to hate us a little bit, but I am not too worried. So here we go. We're going to ask for 19,000 tons over 7 days. Again, this will cost us around it's going to cost us actually more money than we have. So that's no big deal. But this should now cause them a little bit of problems, because any little hiccups that they do, any little trade mistakes that they do, any little basically mistakes they make, they're going to fall further and further into arrears. So you can see military goods are good for them, and so are consumer goods. So we're not hindering their economy, but we're hindering it. We're just not turning it off. And right now, as you can see, they're trying to buy industrial goods from us to basically pay us off. I'm happy with what we're doing here. So right now we have 1.3 million tons of industrial goods, and we've got 13,000 military goods right now. We're actually needing more than we can use. So it's good that we're buying up military goods, though. So is this okay? So are they automatically deploying here? so I'm just going to tell these guys to go into reserve from now on. So I think there's just a backlog of troops being deployed, and it's kind of the point now where it's like I just don't need all these guys. Like, I'm pretty sure we have almost 1,000 troops out in Vancouver at this point. And this is actually going to cost us in military goods because units are going to be going active. Okay, here. Yeah, we got 830, so we're going to have almost 900 units out in the Vancouver area, so no worries there. Military goods are going to be a problem. Germany is a top producer and consumer of military goods. So is Japan. Well, I want to see someone who's high in production but not consumption, like the United States here, for example. No. Let's try Italy. I believe France said no. Let's try the AH. Here we go. Spain, maybe? Australia. Seeing some of these countries that are able to produce military goods on a large scale and in the end not really have much or not need it is rather disconcerting. That's everything there. So right now we have 14 military goods production and we're only halfway of what we need. Oh. You don't need to deploy anybody else. Germany has declared war on Albania. I'm going to say neutral in this fight, so I'm just going to say okay. Now, theoretically, we could go in and, like, you know, help Albania or even help the Germans if we wanted to. But I'm going to stay neutral. Come on, people. Stop deploying. I don't need you deploying troops anymore. And Albania's gone already. Like, the Germans just rolled in there. Just, like, crazy fast. It's like it's as if they're trying to take all of this territory over here. Okay, come on. So at least we're now down into the negatives again. Large gun designs. Venezuela's, I'll support that. Why not? to be fair, I want you to buy military goods. Pay whatever price. I mean, we're making money right now, so I'm just going to tell the computer just to keep buying military goods for now. 9405. Am I still... Oh, yeah, that's something I'm spending money on. So it's starting to buy up more stuff, which is good. Let's keep buying it slowly. Build up our supply. Once we get to like you know what? Let's go to like just over market. I'm looking at this versus this, and I'm watching if we're gaining money or losing money. 2058. So we are gaining money. That's the important part. And we're buying military goods because we're definitely getting more than just the difference. See, like we bought 600. Then we bought 500. Perfect. Military protection 1 gives us a whole wow. Wow, okay. Tank hunter. A lot of stuff that needs that. Okay. You transportation perfect. Transportation gets better. Things will slowly get better. We're losing a little bit of money. That's no big deal. I can always turn off the purchasing. So we just... Germany has declared war on Romania. I'm going to support that. How are they going to... Oh, rare. There's a river, though. They're going to need amphibious units. So watching this spot right here will be a big deal. So Germany is here and here. So I'm wondering if they're going to send troops up this way and try to take out the naval locations and then land troops, or if they're going to try... that might be the Danube, actually. That's this large river? No, narrow river. Wait, Budapest? Oh no, that's the Danube there. For some reason I thought the Danube went like that. Oh, okay. No, never mind. They went actually through the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Wow. Well, they're just going right for Bucharest. Oh, and we just went into the next era. Hence the reason why our UI just flickered and flashed. So I believe now we're in the 30s and 40s, if I'm not mistaken, our era. Speaking of, our upgraded power facility should be good to go. 165. Wait, does that mean now? Well, hold on. Can I... Germany has nothing. Luxembourg was not the country I meant to click on. France has a couple. Yeah, you want too much money for that. The British are probably going to give it to me a lot cheaper. So you want me to give you 2.7... Oh. Yeah, you want $2.7 billion for all that. What do the British want for it? $1.9 billion. Yeah, let's do that. So the British are still ahead of us when it comes to tech. I'm wondering if they slowly will kind of grind down a little bit. Americans are still rather behind us, which is always a good thing. On pause. No. There we go. Transportation, early turbojet theories, and improved wing designs. No improved units, though. But for that, we just go over here, click the wrong button. So you're not good. Oh, but tanks. Here we go. The 6-ton, 47mm, 1928 tank. So this is the most up-to-date tank in the world right now. There's the original Demon. And no one has monoplanes yet. If anyone's going to have them, maybe the Germans. But I'm just going to say, if they have them, they're going to be using them at the moment. And Romania's gone. Wow. So Germany is definitely slowly and surely gobbling up Europe. We're gonna have to make our move probably on North America very soon. So we still have about 140 days until our improved power grid takes into effect. That will definitely make things a lot better. Oh, come on. You don't need to deploy any more troops. Like, it's still backlogged. It's still, because I hit the actual deploy button so many times, it's going to keep deploying every single unit. I might just leave that. Just be like, you know what? Do your thing. So currently our military goods production and stockpile is 62,000. We're buying about 500 a day. Buy more units. You buy more units if I increased it that way. There we go. So we bought 1,000 units, which not much of a big deal. Max of 21,000. Once we get over 100,000, that's probably when I'll start making my moves and start sending units over to China. So we can get your units over there, then things will get better. What about, yeah, unfavorable because no one's using uranium right now. Pretty much leaving the AI to let it do its own thing for everything else. Invasion plans. Okay. So, amphibious landing up here. That does leave everyone easy pickings along here, though. Speaking of easy pickings, how are our warships up here doing? Perfect. I want you now to come... Go there. You should. Perfect. Great Britain and Germany are asking me for military goods. It's a good sign that a lot of these countries are asking for them. Speaking of countries, so there's still a bit of a backlog here with your industrial goods. Wait, what? Hold on. So we're going to give this a couple ticks. That goes down. Yeah, so we're getting the 810. For some reason, it's showing as a negative here, though. That's very strange. I don't know why it's doing that. It's like it's showing up as a negative 810 for some reason, even though it's actually a positive. It's oh, you know why? Because we're getting it. That's why. So it shows up as a negative no matter what, because we're receiving it. Derp. You're still buying? You're still buying. Who is in the hole for military goods? I think Germany is in the hole for military goods, aren't they? They are way in the hole for military goods. Well, they won't even sell me their military goods. They're that actually far in the hole. Britain, would you? Yeah, you'll actually be willing to sell me the moment I say times 9. Okay, you're willing to do that. You realize that in 7 days... Oh, actually, no, your military good production is really good, though. But over the next 30 days, you send me 1,000 a day. And I just lump sum it. There we go. Perfect. And Britain's already felt why. You have the... Why? Do they have a crash somewhere on something? They're now not producing. They're actually... Something happened in Britain. They're not producing enough military goods. Is it a power problem? Oh, it might be a power problem. And their industrial capacity is going good, so there might be a choke point somewhere in their government or in their economy that just caused them to go into arrears on that. That's funny. So wait, does that mean Britain? Yeah, they're 18,000 tons in the hole on us right now. I'm pretty sure this is going to start ticking. Yeah, you can already see. It's already starting to go down. They're... Yeah, that's not good. So Britain's somewhere screwed up. And now they're on the hook for military supplies. Are you still deploying? Yeah, you're still deploying. Oh, we're only at 507 or 508. I'm gonna manually order all these guys to deploy. Hopefully this will... Well, I mean, they're deploying. It's just a matter of getting them out. I just goofed that up. Hey, there's our ships. Nope. You, sir. We're going to reserve. All of you are going into reserve as well. They should be going up here. Perfect. Our cargo ship ran out of fuel. How does that work? You go there first. Sorry, you guys can't see this, but I'm just sitting here right now just shaking my head. Trying to figure out how this ship ran out of fuel. The only thing I could think of is it was keeping up to 100% here, and then couldn't support them when they really... The sound of my... Just, yeah. Not the fastest speed. Okay, we're still buying... Okay, we are. What if I max these out? Leave it maxed out then. Come on, guys. Just get into our territory. Whoa. Okay, so Germany has declared war on Russia. They have 2 invasion corridors, one here obviously and one here. Now the question is, who do I help here? I mean, the Germans, I think, pushed up past here. Yeah. So they have pushed up this way already. And they're pushing into Poland. Now I could be evil and do one of these and say, hey, let's fund some insurgencies, but we're also gonna and we're gonna fund the government. So this is costing us 521 million a day. This is costing us what? But this is going to help any partisans start popping up anywhere all down through here. This should help kind of destabilize the Germans and not help them advance as fast as they can. Oh, I'm seeing these because of the British warships. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how I was able to see these guys. They're pushing in pretty good. The moment Germany takes over all that, though, that's going to be scary. Where are those ships coming from? So we're actually getting a lot of audio from British as well. I can't tell if the British are helping. I don't think the British are helping. The Germans are just shelling like crazy. Was not expecting the Germans to do this. It's definitely a bit of a surprise. There you go. Go to reserve, please. Wait, where are you going? Okay. Go here. Right now, we're having a problem where we don't have... You're actually going to go to reserve. There it is. So we're already out of troops. We have 400 units right here. And we're out of people. Don't like that. That's not something that I'm actually too happy about. Where are you going? Everyone go into reserve there, please. Well... Definitely something that's a little crazy. France is trying to sell me more tanks. On the bright side, the cost of military goods are going to just skyrocket. The problem is that the 800 tons of industrial goods we're getting from these guys for free is going to cause some problems. Partisan units are being... four. So, I mean, the Germans are having to deal with partisans. But that's going to be the pausing of this episode. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.